Hi, I'm Dr. Gina, and in this video I'm going to give you 10 top tips to help ensure that your baby doesn't turn into a fussy eater. Now, we all know that fussy eaters can be really challenging, so getting them introduced to foods and textures at the right time in the right way will help prevent this. So number one, make sure babies sit in the same place to eat as often as possible to help them feel comfortable and secure. And this is all about developing a routine for your baby, which is really important. Number two, offer food when babies are most likely to be hungry. This is a common mistake that I see parents making. They try to schedule their baby's meal times at a time that suits them, but they're not actually picking up on the cues that their baby is hungry. So spend a few days just looking at when your baby is most likely to be hungry and use that to base their meal times around. If you offer them food when they're tired or they're not hungry because they've just had a feed, then they're much less receptive to taking in new foods. Number three, present simple foods that they can easily see and distinguish. So it's really important that your baby can see what they're eating and what it looks like as a food, rather than something that's mashed and pureed up and then put into their mouth on a spoon. This will help them to identify foods and also pique their interest and their curiosity. 4, offer colourful fruits and vegetables that will catch their attention. Babies are naturally curious, and we want this to translate to their meal times as well. 5, give small portions, offer praise when it's finished, and then offer more. So if you give them too much to eat, it can be overwhelming for them. So just give them little bits of food to have. And if they do finish it, then you can always offer them more afterwards. Number 6, give foods they've eaten before alongside anything that is new. If you give them a new food with something that they already have a taste for, then they're more likely to accept that new food because they're associating it with a taste or texture that they have had before. 7, eat together. This is so important, and this is all about developing those positive associations around mealtime. Have everyone together, make it really sociable, and your child will mimic your behaviour. 8, encourage children to feed themselves. They'll probably eat more if they have more control, and it also helps to develop those hand-eye coordinations. If you're doing baby-led weaning, that's great, but if you're doing traditional weaning, then by 9 months of age, you really should be trying to get your baby to feed themselves as well, to develop those skills. Number 9, try and keep calm. If parents are anxious and tense, then babies will pick up on this, and this is going to develop negative associations with meal times and food. So even though you may be really stressed about what your baby is eating, worried that they're not eating enough, worried that they're not liking the new tastes and textures, try not to let this show and try and keep meal times as stress-free and as tension-free as possible. 10, try not to worry if more food is eaten on some days than others. Just like we as adults don't eat the same amount of food every single day, it's the same for babies as well. Some days they're not very hungry and they don't have very much, but then they'll catch up in the next few days. I hope you found these tips useful, and remember, weaning is all about helping your child develop those positive associations with food. Offer them lots of different tastes, textures, and do it in a stress-free way, and your child is much less likely to be a fussy eater when they're a little bit older. I'll see you next time. Bye.